Good morning, dear students of class 6. So, our chapter is chapter 2, Civics, the diversity and the discrimination. We have already discussed so many parts. Now, today I am going to discuss with you this part is appetite. Okay, so this part today I will discuss with you. Now, what is actually appetite? Appetite is a discrimination based on complexion of person or race. Okay, so what is the complexion? Complexion means what is the color of our skin, like fair or blackish or whatever. This is the complexion of the every person have their different type of skin color. So as based the skin color, they are discriminated with each other. So many people are looking very fair, and so many people are looking their skin color is blackish. Okay, so this is the discrimination, and this is the main thing of the appetite. Now, appetite laws were passed in 1948 in South Africa by British coloniers. Okay, so appetite, these laws, okay, it was passed when 1948 and when South Africa. Now, these laws prohibited non-whites from being a part of the system of governance. So, this law actually totally prohibited that non-whites, those who were, their skin color was not white, okay, maybe the blackish. So this law actually prohibited non-whites from being a part of the system of governance. They were debarred from using facilities that belong to the whites. So that means they not got the debarred means they not got that type of facilities which have already on the white skin color peoples. Okay, so only those whose color was skin, they only got that the facilities, whatever facilities given by the Britishers. But those who were non-whites or blackies, they not got that facilities. So the whites considered themselves to be of a superior race. So actually those who were the whites, they thought that they were superior. So blacks or non-whites could not use hospitals, rail carriages, restaurants and other public facilities. So these facilities the non-white persons, they didn't got. In 1990s, due to the efforts of African National Congress headed by Nelson Mandela, appetite came to an end. So when in 1990s, African National Congress headed by Nelson Mandela has come, at that time appetite, this total system was come to an end. Now, come to an end, and Nelson Mandela became the president of South Africa. So after that, he became the president of South Africa after first multiracial elections in 1994. Now here is one information have been given that United Nations in 2009 declared Mandela's birthday as Nelson Mandela International Day. So 2009 Mandela's birthday was declared Nelson Mandela International Day. Now our next part and very important part is serving for equality. Okay, this is the picture of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Now, equality is the answer to prejudices. Okay, so we have already learned that what was prejudice, and equality is the answer of prejudice. That means if prejudice is the question, then answer is equality. So that time we have to maintain the equality all the time, and stereotypes that result in discrimination. Okay, so equality is the answer of prejudice, and stereotype is the result of the discrimination. Women, tribes, Dalits or Harijans in some areas are still struggling for equality. So few areas are there where women, those who are tribal, those who are belong from the Dalit family or the Harijans family, they are still now struggle for their equality. The role of educated Indians and political leaders to uplift the less privileged people was commendable even before independence. Now, what the meaning of privilege? Privilege meaning is given in your book back page, having a special advantage. That means those people had got some few special advantages. They realized their responsibility to give a new life to the unprivileged sections of the society. The people who worked to draft the constitution, that means those people who worked to draft the constitution of India, were aware about the inequality. So they were very much aware of the inequality, because in our constitution has clearly told that everybody are equal before the law. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, father of the Indian Constitution, had experienced this discrimination. So this is the picture of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and he was very much experienced in his childhood that what is the discrimination. He was born into a Mahar caste. Okay, this is the name of the caste. Okay, they were regarded as untouchables and were not allowed to live inside the villages. So actually, actually Dr. B.R. Ambedkar faced this type of problems in his childhood. Okay, they were actually lived the outside of the village. When they went to the school, he never be sit with his friends on the bench. His all time teachers instructed him particularly that sit in the floor on the floor. Okay, so this was the discrimination he was faced. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the first person from his caste to receive education. He went to England to become a lawyer and encouraged other Dalits to send their children to schools and colleges. He motivated Dalits, particularly he motivated the Dalits family children to take the education and go to the outside, out of the country for higher studies. So he motivated Dalits to study and get government jobs also. He believed that education would give them freedom from the rigid caste system. So he thought actually if you have the education, then nobody can discriminate it for only for your base of the caste. Okay, so education is must. Now, he believed that education would give them freedom from the rigid caste system. Later in life, he embraced Buddhism because it was based on equality. While framing the constitution, Dr. Ambedkar stressed upon equality. Part 3 of the constitution gives fundamental rights. Yes, we have already learned about the next class we will learn about the details fundamental rights. Okay, there are a few rights which we every people can access this. Okay, and we have to means we have the right to enjoy that fundamental rights. So to all the Indian citizens, these rights are protected by law. Constitution grants equal rights to both men and women and prohibits any kind of discrimination based on race, religion, gender, caste or region. So it is already told in our constitution that don't discriminate it with each other. It based on the maybe the race, maybe the religion, maybe the gender, maybe the caste or the region. So no discrimination in our country will be means you follow that any type of discrimination. It also bans untouchability. Provisions were made in the constitution for the protection of rights of scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, other backward classes. We know actually in this short form OBC, okay, and minorities as well as of physical challenged people. Even though our constitution promises equality for everyone, discrimination is still practiced. So maybe in constitution has written about the equality and no discrimination, but still there are few areas are there, everyone still now practices the discrimination. Equality is a value that we have to keep striving for. As citizens, we have to make conscious efforts to promote equality and brotherhood among the individuals. So, in this chapter, we came to know about the so many things and about the discrimination and the diversity. Okay, so in this way, our chapter is completed. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.